Demari, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be doing the weekly tarot reading for the sign of Libra. Please keep in mind it is a general reading, so it may not apply to each and every one of you. However, you can take a look at this week's reading in regards to your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. So do take a look at your natal chart, see the corresponding zodiac signs, and see which video's title resonates for you most. Now, when it comes to the spread, I'll be pulling some quick fire messages using the Quantum and Isis Oracle decks. We'll get some tarot messages using the Intuitive, and we'll pull some angel answers at the end if needed. So, Libra, let's see what's coming up for you this week. So just while I shuffle your cards again, I want to say a quick thank you to everyone who's been liking, commenting, subscribing, and even sharing my videos. It means a lot to have your continued support. So thank you so much for being a part of this community. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and don't forget to hit the notifications bell so you're informed of when your next set of readings goes up on the channel. If you'd like a personal reading, you can find the information in the description box below. So Libra, the card you have from the Quantum Oracle this week is Victim Mentality. Okay. So immediately what I saw and heard was you're keeping yourself hostage to a vision and an expectation of what you believe life should be like. Okay. So it's like, unless my life is picture perfect, I'm not willing to accept it on any level. Okay. So I'm getting like kind of perfectionist energy from this, actually, in this case. That because your things are not perfect and are not exactly aligned to what you envisioned, it's like you're not satisfied with any aspect with it at all. So I feel like there is a real lack of gratitude actually at this point. And I'm not saying this to throw shade or anything like that. It's just simply your mindset is fixated on what you believe, your life should be like, as opposed to, really kind of being appreciative of the good things you currently have, right? And I think it's because you've been really fixated on your manifestations, which is fine, but you know how it is. When you obsess over manifesting and having certain manifestations come into being in a certain way, often we end up pushing it away because it won't necessarily come in the exact shape or form that we envisioned, right? There's usually certain differences, or there may be some other variables or factors attached to it, right? And you're like, no, unless it's exactly as I envisioned, I don't want it. So you're unknowingly rejecting it, okay? That's what I'm getting for those of you who I'm picking up on. So it's important that you find that careful balance between striving towards your goals and your aspirations, what it is you want to manifest, but also being appreciative of what you currently have and seeing that, while you're waiting for those things to come into fruition, there are things that you can be doing, that you can be focusing on, that will bring emotional fulfillment, balance, happiness, and overall contentment here and now, okay? So if you live too much in the future, you're really sacrificing your present, is what I want to say, okay? So it's about finding that balancing act, because as we know, time waits for no one, okay? So let's go into the Isis Oracle and see what the Mother Goddess wants to communicate for you through the Divine Feminine. So what is it that Libra needs to know? What can help them find this careful balance between striving for these positive changes whilst also being more present and appreciative of what they currently have already? Yeah. So you have entered the chamber of healing in the divine chamber of the Lady Isis. Okay. Yeah. So this could be something that you've been carrying for some time because you felt like you never quite met your own expectations. Maybe your family had very high expectations of you all these years, right? As you grew up, you felt this pressure to be perfect, to be, a certain way, to meet certain expectations, okay? So as you grew, you started to demand more and more of yourself based on that. That's a possibility, okay? Otherwise, it's just a case of, because you associate your worthiness with the praise that you get from being successful or achieving some kind of accomplishment, right? You feel like your identity is based upon that. upon your success in whatever shape that takes for you, right? So that's what I feel like is being addressed at this time in this particular week, and that's what you're being called to heal. Okay, to take some time out to go within and to heal that aspect so you restore balance there. Okay, so let's go into the tarot. And I get it, like we all have our hang-ups. There's always, you know, something that we're kind of carrying that is kind of detrimental to our overall happiness and well-being and just being able to live in the present moment. So I feel like whoever I'm picking up on, this happens to be your particular, you know, aspect. But it's something that can be rewritten. It's not something that you just kind of have to resign yourself to. This is something that is being called for change, right? The healing is already available to you. So you just have to be willing to sit with yourself and take a close look at this and just observe that this is something that's taking place and that you do, without judging yourself, without being hypercritical, but just merely observing it, okay? All right, so let's go into the tarot messages. The first card is the Eight of Pentacles, Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So this is good. So I feel like you're already conscious of this, okay? You're already aware that this is something that you do and have been doing for the longest time, but you're working on it, okay? You're like, I need to work on this aspect. I need to find that balance, because otherwise I'm always going to be living in the future and never satisfied with my present. So you're aware that you need to find that balance. And by being more present, you can find more inner peace, balance. You can attract more abundance as well. And you're more likely to manifest the thing that you want if you're not obsessing over it constantly, right? So you're working on this aspect, which is good. The next card you have smack bang in the middle is your Ten of Cups, right? So this is it. As soon as you're able to balance this energy out, you're going to start getting everything that you want, okay? Like I said, it might not necessarily take the exact form. The likelihood is it won't, right? Because the universe knows better than we do what it is that we actually want and need, okay? So this is it, right? Because it's not just about what you want, it's also about what do you need, what is good for you, okay? But it's gonna happen, right? Beautiful blessings will start coming in as soon as you're able to balance this out. The next card is the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. So this is more earth energy. I feel like, again, you feel like you're not abundant. You feel like you're not this, you know, confident, independent, self-assured person, right? This is the pre-empress energy, bearing in mind, and it's in reverse. So it's like on some levels you feel that you don't have it all yet, right? That you're not, maybe because you haven't got, you know, the amount of money in your bank account that you want, or maybe because you don't like your apartment or your house, so you want to change house, or maybe you don't like the area you're living in, or maybe you don't like your job, or, you know, whatever it is, right? It could be multiple things. But just because things aren't picture perfect, like I said, doesn't mean that you're not abundant. So again, shifting that mindset and your perception on what abundance actually is, you know, that's going to help you a lot, okay? Come into this Ten of Cups energy. Because it's not just about what you have materially, it's about how you feel with what you have regardless. Because if it's just about what you've obtained financially or materially, even if you got everything you asked for, that doesn't mean you would necessarily be in the Ten of Cups energy, right? So that's something to note as well. The next card is the Two of Cups. Water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Yeah, so I feel like you're really fixated on, you know, your work, your finances, your home life, your friendship groups, you know, your health, how you look, things like that, right? Self-care and all of that stuff. But what perhaps you're not seeing is that there is a love connection that has the potential to be a Ten of Cups situation, okay? So that may be something else also that you're overlooking, because you're fixated on things not being perfect, not being exactly as you envisioned. Maybe even a soulmate connection not being what you expected, okay? Maybe you thought this person would be different, look different, act different, whatever. But that doesn't mean this person is no good for you, okay? Just because, again, it didn't take the shape and form that you expected doesn't mean that this person isn't someone who could have a really, you know, positive impact in your life, and vice versa. Because you have the Two of Cups and the Ten of Cups here. So this is someone that you could build a life with. This is someone that you could be very happy with, right? And not just for a fleeting amount of time, but for, you know, a long time. You know, this could be a long-term relationship if you're not currently in one. Or if you have started this relationship or exploring this connection, maybe you're dating and you're considering whether or not you want to take this to the next level. I mean, the potential is there for it, but it depends on how you choose to look at the situation, right? And again, if you're expecting this person to be perfect, then you're going to be disappointed, right? Because none of us are. We've all got flaws, we've all got baggage, we've all got things that we're healing from, okay? None of us are perfect. So it's important that you don't make too many demands or have too high expectations from this person. There's certain standards that obviously you want to make sure, you know, you maintain, so you're not being taken advantage of or, you know, just allowing anything to go, but not setting unrealistic expectations as well. The next card you have is the Two of Wands, okay? Fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag. Yeah, so this is it. It's like you can choose to take the same approach you've always have, or you can try something different, okay? You have a new opportunity here to break out of certain patterns, okay? To explore this connection in a new and profound way, okay? You may even find yourself traveling with this person. You may even, you know, find yourself in new environments if you really embrace this connection, you know. There's something about it that's going to bring some positive changes in if you allow it to, right? If you're open to those new experiences, to those new opportunities, new approaches, right? There's a lot that you can gain from it. There's a lot you can learn from it. And I feel like it will bring a lot of emotional fulfillment. There will be a lot of changes that come as a result. But often with big changes, there does come a certain level of discomfort because you're having to go beyond what you usually, you know, the types of environments or situations that you find yourself in. You're going outside of the comfort zone, right? So that's just a necessary part of life. And then finally, you have the Three of Swords, okay? So yeah, this is why healing is needed, because I feel like perhaps you still haven't fully recovered from a past situation whereby there was a lot of heartache, betrayal, deception, you know, maybe the person you were dealing with in the past, you were too lenient with, you gave too much free rein to, right? That you really did kind of allow them to walk all over your boundaries. And that's why you set the bar so high now. But again, that's usually what happens. When we're hurt by someone, we usually go in the complete opposite direction where we barely even want to let anyone in again, right? And then we make the next partner try and meet some crazy expectation, right? And to respect like our high walls and all of this, but it's a balancing act, like I was saying. I feel like this is something where healing is still required, okay? So definitely take some time out to sit with yourself and do that inner work. And I feel like if you communicate to this person, whoever you're connecting with or will be connecting with, that, you know, you are going through a bit of a process and you need some time to do this work, they'll understand, I feel, because this is someone who is already very much emotionally invested in you. So to ensure that you both can get to the Ten of Cups, I think this person recognizes that there is a need for healing and to give you the space in order to do that, okay? Because your heart is still very much wounded. We can see that here, right? And that's why you feel like, even though you've got all these positive changes happening and, you know, things are looking very good in multiple aspects of your life, you feel like it's still not enough, okay? And that's because your heart space is still very much wounded, not necessarily closed off, but definitely wounded, and isn't quite ready to give or receive to this extent, okay? So hopefully that helps whoever needed to hear this and help you clarify what's been taking place. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you found it useful, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and don't forget to hit the notifications bell. And yeah, I feel like this is being highlighted this coming week for a reason, okay? Because like I said, you have a real opportunity to do that healing, okay? And you've actually got a lot of divine assistance as well. So don't feel like you need to do this alone, you know? You can reach out during your meditation or prayers and you will get that extra support. So sending you guys lots of love, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.